back, everyone. We're looking at your school cast. Here's a look at this morning. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies, maybe some 20s out there in northwestern Wisconsin. A few passing flurries, but by this afternoon, a little more sunshine, but the temps will still be in the 20s. Renee.
All right, thanks so much, Justin. A 30-hour radiothon is coming up to benefit the Gillette Children's Specialty Health Care. Gillette is a nonprofit hospital that treats kids with disabilities and has a clinic at the Lake Walk Center. Now, joining me now to talk about the radiothon is Chris Allen, the morning radio show host from KTCO, as well as Michael Jackson. And where are you from, Michael?
Duluth.
Duluth. Okay, and we also have Eric McDonald, and you're from Superior, right? Right. Okay, well, thanks so much for joining us on Good Morning Northland and waking up extra early for being here. We appreciate it. Chris, why don't we start with you? Can you tell me a little bit about the events?
Well, this is our second time doing it. It starts on Thursday, goes Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday and Friday are both 12-hour days from 6 to 6, and then Saturday will be from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. At 3 p.m. we have all the kids line up and show the numbers on how much money we collected. Now, we did 20,000 last time. We're hoping to do a little bit more this time. And we, of course, will have our fishbowl up there like we did last year. So if kids want to bring their change up there, we have a thing called the Change Gang, where kids can collect change and then their school gets credit for it. And we'll throw a party later for the one that collects the most. But we usually throw a party anyway for everybody that collects some.
Well, sure. It sounds like a wonderful event. And you're going to be there, right, Michael?
Yes.
Okay. And what are you looking forward to most about that day, or about this weekend?
Well, I just want to raise money and have fun.
Plus, you get to be on the radio.
Yes, that too. And TV.
Oh, and TV, especially this morning, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be a local celebrity. What are you going to do with all the cameras and all the autographs you're going to have to sign?
Say yay. Yeah.
Yeah. Eric, by the way, he signs autographs for $1 a piece.
Oh, $1. Ooh, can I get mine after we're done here? I'll make sure I get in line. And you get to spend some time at the mall, and I hear you get to actually be some of the ones that show how much money they raised. And they want more than $20,000 this year, so we want to tell the viewers, hey, come out, or hey, bring some money by the mall, or, you know, call in, because some WDIO people will be answering the phones and taking some donations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're going to tell your friends at school to come to this?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and Chris, can we go over again? It's a 3-day event.
It is a 3-day event, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll be in the food court of the Miller Hill Mall. We invite everybody to come up there. We do it all live, old-time radio, in fact. And we have lots of different people answering phones, so you might see your favorite star. Or we even answer phones. We throw some of our people on the phones. The kids all come up there, and if you don't know much about Gillette Children's Hospital, come up and meet the kids. I've met all the kids, and they've all contributed to why I do this. You know, as well as having it in Minnesota. I mean, this is world-renowned. We got a phone call this morning. A guy met a kid from Great Britain that heard about Gillette. So this is a great hospital. This is a great cause, and it works with the hospitals in our area. So it's not just its own thing. It's something that we should be proud of. And, of course, all the money goes to help all the kids, and that's what it's really about.
Well, wonderful. I hope you all have a great time at the event. We'll have to stop by and see you out there when you're holding up the big money signs. Again, thank you so much for being on Good Morning Northland, guys. Good luck with the Radiothon. All right, and coming up on Good Morning Northland, we'll recap today's top stories and take a last look at the forecast. But first, here's what's coming up on Good Morning America.
A little assistance with the weather this morning, so Michael's going to help me out point things here. You see the little snow falling from Grand Marais down to the south around Ashland, and it looks as if we're going to see that kind of continue on the south shore. Good job, Michael. And right along the Gogebic Range. So we may run into a little snow early this morning, but notice how it's intensifying. We got 21 degrees in Ashland this morning, 24 in the Hayward area, and also Superior right around 19. So not looking too bad. You're doing a good job. We have 7 around Orr and 12 in Hibbing for you folks in Ironwood. It's right around 19 degrees this morning. So not looking too shabby. As far as the cold air goes, look way off to the north. You see all those purples way up there? Well, we got minus 42, minus 27. That's where all the cold air is, and it's going to continue to be bottled up way up there. But notice how the lines go pretty much parallel from west to east. We're looking at that zonal flow to continue. The Twin Cities right there, Michael, 30 degrees. Yeah, show it off. 30 degrees. we'll get into that 30-degree weather eventually as the next couple of days wear on. Some low clouds out there. This is low clouds out there that you can see. Good job, Michael. You see some little clearing right where his hand is, extending from Canada all the way down to the south. But notice off to our west, British Columbia, we have that low moving in, a little clipper system that's going to generate some snow flurries here across the area. Now, we do have some snow out there eventually moving into the forecast. Ohio slide down to the south. Here comes that warm southerly flow along this big red arrow moving from the south to the north. And right along this warm front, we could see some snow flurries associated with that as well, starting tomorrow, spreading in from the west and into Wednesday morning. So we're looking at 20s across the region. Hayward, right around 26. Good job. Ashland, right around 25. And Ironwood will be around 23. So we will see a mixture of clouds and sun. Decreasing clouds this afternoon, right around 26. And we're going to see north-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for tonight, we are looking at more clouds, some fog developing right around 15, north wind 5 to 10. And looking at your extended forecast, all right, point on Thursday there, Michael. That's the best weather guy ever in recorded history. Look at that little guy coming out to get a little scratch. That would be the groundhog, and he's going to tell us whether or not our winter is going to be longer or shorter. And if it sees its shadow, 6 weeks more of winter. If he doesn't see his shadow, we are looking at the potential to see a very short winter. Looking at today's weather sketch, we're looking at Austin Johnson, 9 years